This next series I'm going to go through is for stability for our trunk. So trunk stability is super important. We need your body to be able to utilize muscles efficiently to keep our trunk sturdy, so then we're able to freely use our limbs. So you need trunk stability so you can be able to freely move your arms, freely move your legs, and build power and strength in them. So you're going to start on hands and knees. And you just want to make sure you're in a good neutral quadruped or hands and knee posture, right? So we call this tabletop as well. So sometimes I have clients just do like an angry cat and cow just to kind of feel the range of movement. And then once you're there, you just want to settle into what you feel like is neutral. So most often clients let their head, they're like here, they're like, I think I'm in neutral, because they're so focused through the lower portion and the pelvis that it's like, okay, well, maybe that part is, but you want to make sure your head is on your body too, right? So your deep neck flexors have to do a little bit of work to keep your chin in, so you're not in this like forward head posture. Okay, so ideally you have a nice long line from the back of your head all the way down your spine to your tail. Okay, once you're there, you're going to inhale. Do not move your spine, but just let your abdominals fill with air and relax. And then exhale. Shh. Draw those abdominal muscles inward. And once you have them drawn in and they're stabilizing you, you're going to go from 4 points to 3 and slowly lift one hand up and then come back down. And if you can hold your abdominals in the whole time and just alternate sides, awesome. If you're someone who's just learning this and trying to get the coordination right, feel free to inhale, exhale, shh, draw in and lift the hand. And then you can inhale after you put it back down. Exhale, shh, draw those abdominals in and lift the hand. You are trying to avoid any dramatic shifting side to side. The purpose is stability or sturdiness of the trunk. So you want to pretty much make it like you go from these 4 points and you're going so slow and you're being so particular about you're keeping your trunk steady that there's really minimal to no movement happening through any part of your body. The only thing that's happening is this slightest bit of weight shift into the hands, because you're going from two hands putting pressure to just the one, and everything is engaged and staying stable. From there, you can take a break, but then you also can take this into the legs. So same thing. You can inhale, exhale, shh, draw those abdominals in, and you're going to slide the leg out, keeping the toe on the floor. And then at the very end, you can lift this up and come back down and in. And again, you're trying to minimize as much as possible the shifting of the weight side to side. So there's going to be some shift. You're going from 4 points to 3. But if you really take good mindfulness and go slow at a speed that you're just shifting, you can really focus on staying stable as you do this. Another thing I tell my clients is you want to imagine the top of your head is lengthening out towards whatever's in front of you, and the back of your tail, if you had a tail hanging, is lengthening straight out behind you. So you're getting this sense of like decompression through your spine, which is activating tiny, tiny muscles that stabilize the spine. There's a whole lot of muscle activity happening here isometrically. Your deep neck flexors are working. Some of your shoulder girdle muscles are working. Your abdominal muscles are working. Tiny muscles in your spine are working. And then for the leg, ideally you're using your glute to lengthen and lift that leg up. Okay? This progresses to a very common exercise that you've probably seen called bird dog. But when you build on it like we're doing, and you really have the mindset of like, I'm doing this for trunk stability, you might have a whole new way of moving, because sometimes people are doing bird dog and they're just like, hey, I'm doing bird dog, and like, it's great, but there's so much moving. You're not keeping your stability there. So when you put the two pieces together and you take the time to draw in those low abdominals, stay tall, stay long through the spine, and you slowly move into it and work on your stability, it makes it much harder, but way more valuable in terms of what the exercise is for. Okay. One of the things you can also just check in with, since you don't have a lot to think about with this, but I am oftentimes checking with my clients to make sure they're not feeling like they're gripping through their quads to make this happen. We tend to be, as humans, just given the stuff we're doing day to day, we can be really over dominant with our quads. So see if you can just do this once you get the hang of it, of course, and you're really trying to refine it. See if you can just, okay, quads, you're just letting them go and really try to focus on the stability here and the length through the spine and press into those arms. You will feel like your arms are working a lot, actually, because you have your body weight or a portion of it in your arms, but you're using that to activate your trunk muscles to keep you stable.